What's going on, everyone? This is Kevin here, coming at you with Motorola Moto G Pure camera tips and tricks. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you a variety of different things with the camera app that you can do and change so you can get the most out of it. So let's get started. Now by default, with the Moto G Pure, the device does make a noise when you do take a photo. So that is called a shutter sound. The same thing applies for video as well. You can see it makes a sound. So if you're not a fan of having that happen every time you take a photo or video, it is pretty easy to disable that. So what you're going to do is go to the upper right corner, tap on that gear icon. Then from there, you'll see capture settings, and then you turn off shutter sound, which as you can see is enabled by default. And then now, when we go back to the camera app and you take a photo, you can see it doesn't make a sound. And same thing for video. It also does not make a sound. So if you are looking to disable that, then there you go. That is how you do it. Now with the Moto G Pure, by no means are these cameras very professional. But that being said, there are some various features that you can add so that you can at least improve things a bit as far as the technical aspects of photography go. And one of those is adding grid lines. So I remember in art class, they used to teach about the rule of thirds. So if you do want to take advantage of that and use it here with the Moto G Pure to improve your photos, then you can actually go to the settings, go to capture settings, and then you'll see right there assistive grid. Now with that enabled, you can see we do have a grid here so that you can use the rule of thirds and anything else that can help you by having this grid in the viewfinder here. And you can see also when you go over to video, you also get the assistive grid. So if this is a feature that you think will help you with your photos and videos, then you do have it here with the Moto G Pure. Another awesome feature I want to show you is called the leveler. So when you're out and about taking photos and videos, it can be difficult capturing images and also keeping the phone's camera level with the ground. So to get that feature, you're going to go up to the gear. You'll see here capture settings once again, and then there is the leveler. And now with that enabled, you now have these lines here that essentially will show you whether or not the camera is level to the ground. So you can see right now, for example, it's level. But if I tilt the camera in one direction or another, you can see it's not level. So if your goal is to have it level, then there you go. The leveler will help you out with that. And if maybe you do want to have the camera take a photo or video at a certain angle relative to the ground, then this feature can also help out with that. And you can see here the same thing does apply with video, just in the same way as it does with photos. So it's definitely very cool. And if you flip around to the front-facing camera, you get the same thing. So it is nice that we get this feature all throughout the various cameras within the camera app. Now by default, with the Moto G Pure, if you double press on the power button, it does enable Google Assistant. Now if you don't want it to do that, and you instead want it to pull up the camera immediately, then let me show you how to do that. So in order to enable this, you're going to pull down the main shade here on the operating system, go to the system settings, go up to search, and you're going to type in gesture, and you'll see right there, gestures. Tap on that again, and then you'll see here double press power key. So by default, double pressing the power key does launch the assistant. You can also toggle this so that if you double press on the power key, it does nothing. Or if you want to, you can have it launch the camera. So I did just tap on launch camera and it's now enabled to do that. And then now, no matter where you are throughout the operating system on the device, if you double press on the power button, it does immediately pull up the camera. So that is super convenient and something that I do recommend, especially if you don't plan on using the assistant, at least via that button on the side. Now, the next thing I want to show you is how to adjust the photo resolution for the device. Now, by doing this, it can potentially help you save some space. So once you're in the camera app here, go to the gear in the upper right corner. You're going to go to Photos, and then you'll see right here, Rear Photo Resolution. So by default, the rear photo resolution is at 13 megapixels, and then you can switch it over to 8 megapixels if you want to. And really the main benefit with that is that it will use up less storage on your device. So if you do find yourself constantly going through the space on your phone, or maybe in general you don't mind having lower resolution images, then you can switch it over to 8 megapixels. Now for the front-facing camera, it is limited at 5 megapixels, and there is no way to change this. But one other thing you can change that will cut down on the file sizes for the images is HDR. Now in general, I really do like HDR, and that is something that does make a big difference when it comes to the colors in the images you're taking. But you can see here, you do have the ability to turn HDR off. Of course, it is set to auto by default. You can also set it to on all the time. I feel like auto is the best way to go. But again, if you do want to cut down on image size, then you can turn HDR off. But again, I wouldn't really do that unless you absolutely need to. Another awesome thing I want to show you here is called the watermark. Now, this isn't really something that I can see coming in handy for too many people in too many different situations, but essentially for watermark, it will add a little watermark in the corner of the image that you do take, and you can have it add both a timestamp, so it'll show the date and time on the photo, but also in addition to that, you can add your name or any other text as well. So let me put my name in here. So my name is now on the signature, and you can see this is how it would look on various images. Let's take a photo and give it a try. And you can see now from this image, we have both my signature in the corner here, and then also on the other side, we do have the date and time that the photo was taken. Now next, I want to show you a feature called Tap Anywhere to Capture. Now typically, you'd have to tap on the power button to capture an image, or if you want to, you can do volume up, and that will also capture an image. So there's another bonus feature that you might have not been aware of. Now for Tap Anywhere to Capture, you are going to go to the upper right corner here, tap on the gear, then from there go to Capture Settings, and then you're going to see Tap Anywhere to Capture. So capture by tapping anywhere on the screen. We'll go back here, and now just by tapping on the screen, you can see I'm taking a bunch of different images. I'll do the same thing now with the rear camera as well. And it also, you can see down there in the preview area, there's the image. So definitely a really awesome feature that does work very well. And then for the final feature, I'll be showing you gesture selfie. So what you're going to do for that is go to the same settings area, go up here to AI settings, and then you can see right here, gesture selfie. Another interesting one too, which I will enable for this test, is auto smile capture. So you can see for auto smile capture, it'll automatically capture when everyone in the frame is smiling. And then for gesture selfie, show your palm to take a selfie. So we'll enable both of those. Let's give gesture selfie a try. It just took the photo, but everything was outside of the frame, so I apologize for that. But the feature does work. It's just really difficult to do in a situation like this. And then now we'll do auto smile capture. There we go, just took 2 in a row right there. So these are camera tips and tricks for the Motorola Moto G Pure. I hope you found this video to be helpful, and hopefully after watching it, you now are more familiar with the camera app and the various features available with the device. But this is Kevin here. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, but I will see you in the next one. Take care.